Hi, good morning, guys. This side Lohit here. So today we are going to start with the topic of letter series and number series in the first class. So like that, we are going to continue for the 3 classes. So first topic we're going to start as letter series and number series. So as you know that in letter series, it's a basic topic. It's a reasoning topic. So in letter series, you need to learn some basic concepts before you start. So those basic concepts we are going to learn here first, and then we are going to start with the rest of the questions which we are going to do here. So first thing, as you know that in the letters series, we need to play with the alphabets, right? So anyone can tell me that how many alphabets are there? Generally, all the students will know that how many alphabets are there, right? We are having from 1 to 26 alphabets are there, right? So in that 1 to 26 alphabets, you know that first letter is A and last letter is Z, right? So you're going to name that as A and Z, but you should remember the numbers of that letters, correct? So if I'm saying that the A is representing as 1 and Z is representing as 26, right? So like that, you should know all the letters, all the alphabets numbers to start with the letter series topic, okay? Because you don't need to write down each and everything whenever you're going to get the questions, right? So first thing is learn the alphabetical numbers, okay? Then go for the letter series, okay? So first thing, let's see how many types of letter series are there. Okay, first is basic one, alphabetical series. Okay, where you're going to get all the alphabets. Okay, where you're going to get all the alphabets, and you need to find out the series. Okay, so let's understand what is series first. Okay, series is nothing but a sequence. Okay, of a characters which they are going to give. Correct. So if they're going to give any kind of sequence, you have to find out the same pattern. Means you have to follow the same pattern, and you have to get the sequence of that pattern. Correct. So we are going to see some example after this, after the explanation of this particular topic. Then you will get a basic understanding that what I'm saying here. And next is your alphanumerical patterns. Okay, where you're going to mix up your numbers and alphabets. Okay, so you're going to mix up both the elements, and you're going to find out the series here. Okay, and the last one is very important, which is your continuous pattern series, where you're not going to have any kind of commas or full stop in between that. The whole question will be in a single sequence. So how we are going to approach to solve that kind of questions, we are going to see that also. Okay, before that, these are the steps I have mentioning in the beginning, right? So this is your alphabetical series, okay? That how you're going to approach the questions. First is we are having 1 to 26, as I mentioned here. So that you're going to divide in two halves, which is your A to M and N to Z. Okay, A to M is nothing but 1 to 13. Okay, so if someone can tell me that what is the number of Q here, just type in the chat box. What is the number of Q you can suggest? Fast, guys. The students who knows that what is the number of Q, you can just tell me that what is the number of Q here. $17. Okay. Okay, tell me the number of G. See if you're 16. 16 is not correct. 17 is the correct answer here. 16 is P here. Okay. Okay, 17. Correct. So what is the number of G here? 7. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So the main thing is you have to learn the numbers of each alphabet. Okay, 10 is not correct. 7 is the correct answer here. Okay, 10 represents I here. So first thing is everyone should know what are the numbers of each alphabet. Okay, because there are only 26 numbers. Okay, so you can easily learn those numbers. Okay, that is your task to do. So you can easily learn the numbers using this particular concept, which is known as your EJOT. Okay, EJOT is a small concept which you have to remember, where the letters are divided in the multiples of 5. Okay, suppose I am saying that E. Okay, E is nothing but your 5, right? I'm mistaken. So I is 9, J is 10. Previously I have said as I is 9, right? So that is a mistake here. So as I said, E here, right? E is 5, J is 10, O is 15, T is 20, and Y is 25, right? So this is the multiple of 5. They have divided the this letters here. Okay, you can easily remember using this particular concept that is known as EJOT. How? Suppose I'm saying I here, and you know the letter series, right? You know the alphabetical series that after I, J comes, right? So what is the number of J here? J number is 10. So what could be the number of I? I is 9 now, because that is J minus 1, that is 10 minus 1, which will be 9 here. So suppose I'm asking you the number of P here. Okay, what is P here? P means OPQ, right? After OP comes, right? So what is the number of O here? O you already know, that is 15, right? After 15 plus 1, what is the number of plus 1? That is 16. So P represents your 16 here. So like that, you can use this particular EJOT concept and you can directly know the numbers of each alphabet. Okay, and if you're not following this concept, just one thing you can do is just remember the numbers of each alphabet. Okay, and the same thing we are going to have in a reverse numbers. Okay, so we are having a concept of reverse alphabet also. So if I'm saying that what is the reverse number of Q here, same thing. The original number of Q, you know, that is 17. So what is the reverse number of Q? Can anyone tell me? Just type in the chat box what could be the reverse number of Q. If you know, you can just type out. What could be the reverse number of Q? Original number of Q, you already told me, that is 17, right? So what could be the reverse number of Q? 10, 10, okay. 16, okay. 10, okay. Okay, the answer is 10 here. Okay, so how to calculate the reverse number? Because in letter series, right, it could be helpful in the coding and decoding concepts also if you learn the letter series properly. Okay, so how you're going to calculate the reverse number here? Okay, so let's see that. Okay, so you know that what is the reverse number of A? Reverse number means you're going to start from Z now. Okay, in the original letter, what you did, that you started from A, right? A, B, C, D, like that, and you have gone till Z, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, like 26. Now you have to do the opposite, that you need to start with a Z here. Z will be represented as 1 and A will be represented as 26. Okay, so you can you know that what is the sum of that reverse number or original number of A? 1 plus 26 is how much? 27, right? So you just need to subtract that particular original number from that 27 and you will get the reverse number of that particular number. Okay, so what is the original number of that Q? That is 17, right? So what is 27 minus 17? So you will get the answer as 10, right? So 10 will be the reverse number for Q here. Okay, and if they are asking what the reverse alphabet of that Q, so what is the 10 here? What is 10? Okay, so as you can see, alphabetical order I have just shown you here. So what is 10 here? 10 is J, right? So what is the reverse number of reverse alphabet of Q? That is J here. So like that, you can easily learn the concept of the numbers here. Okay, yes, J. Okay, yeah. So reverse number of Q will be J here. Okay, so like that, you have to learn the numbers of each alphabets. Okay, these both concepts are very important if you want to solve any letter series question. And the main thing is the letter series concept is very easy. Okay, whatever question you're going to get, you can easily solve that. Okay, the important thing we have to learn is the continuous series, which we will be seeing in the last topic. Okay, so let's solve some questions here. Okay, so how we are going to approach the questions, how you're going to get the questions, we'll see that. Okay, so first question I have displayed here, right? That T, Q, N, and K. So this T, Q, N, and K are separated with the commas, right? So that commas represent that we are following a sequence here. Okay, this is a sequence they have given, and including 4 sequence that will be made it as series here. So you have to find out the pattern of that particular sequence and you have to get to the next number. Okay, so what could be the next letter according to you? So you have the question here, so you can type the answer in the chat box. And if you have any kind of doubt, you can just type it in the chat box. I will just see that and I will tell you the answer of that. H. Okay, H. So to T, Q, N, K, H you are saying. So what is the pattern they are following? Can anyone type in the chat box? Okay, so 3 members have told the answer as H. Okay, so you're saying the answer as H, right? So what is the pattern I'm asking that? You can type the pattern in the chat box, that how you got the answer as H here. So what you followed for T to Q, then Q to N, then N to K. Okay, someone has typed as the difference is 3, but someone is typing as -3 and -2. Okay. The best thing in letter series you can do is just follow the numbers of alphabets. Okay, so like that you should know all the letters. Okay, so like that you should know all the alphabets. Okay, so like that you should know all the alphabets. Okay, so like that you should know all the alphabets. Okay, so like that you should know all the alphabets. Okay, so let's see how you need to crack this question. So first is T. What is the number of T here? Just we have seen the concept of EJOT, right? In that EJOT, what is T here? T is 20, right? Now you know T is 20. What is Q? Q is 17. So 20 and 17, it is going in the backwards, right? That means it's a minus. Okay, so that means -3. That means 20 minus 17 is how much? You are getting the answer as -3. Correct. Now go to Q to N. What is Q? Q is 17, right? And what is N here? N is 14. So 17 to 14, what is happening now? That means 14 to 17, if you are doing, what is the answer you're going to get here? Again, it is 3. Okay. Now, what is the value for K here? K is 11, right? Okay. So 11 and 14, what is the difference again? It is -3. So that means you have to go to -3. So 11 minus 3 is how much? That is 8, and 8 represents what? That is H, right? So answer is H for this. So always consider the original numbers. Okay, so don't consider the alphabets which are in between. Okay, always consider the original numbers. You'll get the answer very easily. Okay, so you have to solve this particular question using the original numbers here. Okay, as you can see the pattern here. Okay, what they have done, they have done T minus 3. What is T minus 3? That is 17. That is Q. Okay, then what is Q minus 3? That is N 14. Okay, so N minus 3 is K. So what you're going to get as the answer, that is your H here. Okay, so get the answer afterwards. We'll go to the next question. So solve the next question and tell me the answer for that. Just type the answer in the chat box. Now previously you need to find out only one sequence, right? But this time they have given two sequence. So whatever you are following, right, whatever the pattern you are getting, do the same thing for two alphabets here. You'll get the answers. Okay, they have given the options also. Just type the answer in the chat box. Write down the answer in the chat box. Okay, the people has given the answer here. Okay, RXC, CRXSZ, CSZ, RX. Okay, so anyone can type the pattern here, what pattern they are following. Some of the person has given the answer here, but give me the pattern. What kind of pattern they are following here? Okay, so let's see here. What is the pattern they have used here? So as you can see here, what is A? Okay, A is 1, right? What is D? D is 4, right? What is H? H is 8, right? So what they are doing? So 1 plus 3 is how much? That is D. Okay, and D plus 4 is how much? That is 4 plus 4, right? So 4 plus 4 is nothing but 8, right? So 8 is H. Okay, then again you have to check one more sequence. So don't directly jump if they are doing plus 3. So you are directly going to do M plus 3. No, at least you have to check 2 to 3 patterns. Then only you can directly go for the answer. Okay, because in aptitude you don't need to solve all the answer here. Whatever the pattern is there, just apply to the last one. Okay. Plus 3 plus 4 and plus 5, right? Do the 6 here. That is 13 plus 6 is how much? 19. 19 is nothing but S, right? So like that, S plus 7 is how much? Okay, 19 plus 7 is how much? 26. 26 represents Z. So answer will be how much for this? That will be S and Z. Correct. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. So the answer, though, the students who have given the answer as S and Z, that is correct. Okay. RX is wrong here. Okay. So check the pattern here. So if you follow the pattern, right, you can easily get the answer for that. Okay. You solve this one. This is a little bit lengthier one. So you have to calculate the pattern here. Calculate the pattern properly and tell me the answer for this. C. Okay. Anyone else? Come on, guys, it's an easy question. Just see the pattern. Okay, then tell me the answer for this. Yeah, you have to calculate two alphabets here. Okay, so only one alphabet is not correct, so you have to calculate two. So there are the four options they have given, that is A, B, C, D. So which option is correct? That is also you can type, or else type the proper answer. Okay, the people are saying as D and okay, if you got the answer right, try to type the pattern also. So other people could get the idea of that, how you are calculating it. If you got the answer, try to type the pattern also. What pattern they are using? Are they using subtraction? Are they using addition? What kind of pattern they are following here? Okay, I got the answer as D and here. So anyone can Tell me the pattern of this, what pattern they are following. No? Okay. See the pattern here? Okay, what is the answer? You're going to get the answer as DN. So here, as you can see, if you're going directly for the next number, right, H and V. Okay, if you can see that H and V, it is having a huge difference, right? So at these kind of questions, you have to follow the alternative ones. Okay, means in the pattern, they can follow the alternative patterns also. Okay, -1 from odd places. Okay, -2 from even places. Good. That is correct. So what they have done here is, as you can see, the second place means, as they have said, as odd, right? If you see the odd places, right, the difference is very less. That H, G, F, E, right? So that is the difference is very less, right? But if you see the first and second letter, if you're seeing that first and second letter, right, the difference is very huge, right? And if you go for the next one also, the difference is very huge, right? So at that time, you have to see that which kind of pattern you have to follow, the straight pattern, or you have to skip some alphabets in between, right? So this time you have to skip the alphabet and you have to go to the next alphabet, right? So what is H minus 1? H minus 1 is nothing but 7, right? And 7 represents G, so they have followed the same pattern here. So do the same thing for the next numbers, that is -1, -1, -1, right? So what is the answer you're going to get for E minus 1? E is nothing but 5, 5 minus 1 is 4, right? And 4 represents D here, correct? So what is V here? V is nothing but 22 here. Okay, 22 minus 2 they have done here, because T you need to get. So what is T here? T is 20, right? So 22 minus 2 is how much? That is 20, and 20 represents T. That is correct. So that pattern they are following here. So do the same thing for the next one and check if it is correct or not. Okay, so T is 20 and R is how much? 18. So 20 minus 2 is how much? 18, right? Yeah, so they are following the pattern of -2 here. So do the same thing for your P minus 2. Okay, what is P minus 2? P minus 2 is nothing but 14, right? 16 minus 2 is how much? 14. 14 represents N, right? So what is the answer you got here? That is D and N here. Okay, so the answer for this will be D and N. So like this, you have to follow the sequence and you have to get the answer. Okay, so never directly jump to the answer by just following one pattern and you're doing the same thing in the last one. In between also, they can change the pattern in the letter series. Can there are no difficult questions in letter series. You can easily solve any letter series question here. Whatever question I will give you, you can easily solve it. Okay, so this one, same question what we have done in the first question, right? It is the same thing, but what kind of pattern they have used, just try to solve this. Here they have used some different kind of pattern. Come on guys, five, type the answer in the chat box and we'll go to the next one. Okay, B. Okay, B. And if it is possible, write down the pattern also, as I said, right? If you're saying the answer right, sideways of answer, you write down the pattern also. So how you got the answer, that also we will get to know, because in one single question you can follow numerous number of patterns. Okay, like person A is getting the answer as in some different pattern, person B will be getting the same answer in some different pattern. Okay, so in letter series questions, you can use different kinds of patterns to get the answer here. Okay, it is not necessary that you have to follow the same pattern. You'll get different kinds of patterns also. And most of the time the questions are asked on three alphabets. Okay, three alphabet sequence. Single alphabet, two alphabets are basically very easy questions. Okay, so they will be asking three alphabet sequence, so that we'll see here. After doing some question, directly we'll skip to the three alphabetical questions, that you can easily solve that. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, you are going in the reverse order. Okay, so what is x here? What is the value of x? X is 24, right? So what is q? Q is 17. So 24 to 17 they are going. So what is the number they are using here? What is the difference they are using here? That is 24 minus 17 is how much? 7, right? So they are doing the difference of 7, that is subtraction, right? So 24 minus 7 is how much? 17. Correct. So do the same thing for k here. K is 11, right? What is q? Q is 17. So 17 minus 11 is how much? The difference is 6 now. Okay. So they are following the sequence of minus 7 minus 6. Correct. So what is the same thing for the next one? K minus how much you're going to do? That is 5, right? So what is k minus 5? 11 minus 5 is what? 6, right? And 6 represents f here. Now what you need to do here? Now what is the next number you have to subtract? That is 4, right? So what is f minus 4? That is nothing but 2, and 2 represents your b here, right? So answer will be b here. Okay, so everyone has guessed the correct answer, that is b. Okay, pattern also you have got this. Okay, so these are very easy questions. Okay, so you can easily do that. So take your time in the beginning. Okay, when you solve the questions, right, try to solve it a little bit faster. Okay, so you can see the pattern also. They have used the same pattern here, that is minus 7 minus 6 minus 1 minus 4. You will get the answer as b. Okay, we'll do some other questions. Now do this one. Now the thing is, you need to solve two alphabetical sequence. Okay, now whenever there are two sequence, right, means two alphabetical sequence, there are numerous number of patterns. Okay, so we can solve this particular question using so many patterns. Okay, you can take the difference of first letter, okay, first alphabet. You can take the difference of both the alphabets. As you can see, C and E, what is the difference here? 3 minus 5. Okay, the difference is 2 here. You can see the same thing on G and I. 9 minus 7, 2. Okay, you can see the same difference in M and K, 2. Okay, so you can solve like this also. You can take the difference of first alphabet here, C and G. You can take the difference of last alphabet, that is E and I. So whenever you'll get the two alphabetical series, right, you'll get numerous number of patterns. So what is the answer for this? S and U you are saying. Okay, again I'm saying, if you got the answer right, try to write down the pattern also. With the answers, try to write down the pattern also if you got the answer, because you'll get to know that how you have solved. So whoever is writing down the answer, right, try to write down the pattern also, so you can cross check with the other comments that what kind of pattern they have used and what you have used. Okay, so try to write down the pattern with the answers, and if you have any other doubts also, you can type in the chat box. Come on guys, first I need some more answers. Only 1 2 3 4 5 members, 6 members has given the answer here. What about the rest? Okay, SU. No one has write down the pattern here. Okay, see the pattern here, plus 2 plus 2 if you're saying. Okay, so now you can see here that in this particular solution they have used the difference of first letter and the last letter. Okay, means you can see as first alphabet and last alphabet. Okay, so as you can see, they have taken the difference of C and G. What is the difference of C and G? G is nothing but 7, right? And C is how much? 3. So what is the difference here? That is plus 4. After C, G comes, right? That's why plus 4. And do the same thing for E and I. E is nothing but 5, I is nothing but 9. So what is the difference? 9. Okay, it means plus 4, right? So they are doing the same thing for the next letters also. 8 minus 2 is equals to 6. You're saying, okay. 2 is equals to 8. E plus 1, C plus 1, E plus 1, G plus 1. S plus 1. Okay, so the see, two members have given the answers, right, using the pattern. Okay, so you're getting different kinds of pattern for solving a single question, right? And here also I'm showing some different kind of pattern here. So that is the reason you have to study the letter series very carefully, because you can get the same answer using different patterns. Okay, so whichever is faster, right, go for that particular pattern. Okay, so here they have taken the difference of 4. So what will the difference of O here? So O plus 4 is how much? That O is nothing but 15. Correct. What is O? O is 15, right? So 15 plus 4 is how much? 19, and 19 is nothing but S here. Okay. So Q plus 4 is how much? How much is Q? 17. 17 plus 4 is how much? 21. 21 is nothing but U here. Correct. So answer is S and U. Okay. So like that you can easily solve this question also. Now this is a little bit interesting question. So try to solve this one. And again, I'm saying if you got the answer right, in the side wise, you need to give the pattern also. Try to write down the pattern. And this is a bit interesting topic, because whenever you want to find the sequence, right, you need at least one or two sequence in the beginning. But here there is no sequence in the beginning, right? So how are you going to solve this one? So how are you going to do this? Try to tell me the answer for this. Now remember one thing, it is not necessary that you have to calculate the proper answer. You can eliminate the options also, and you can calculate the answers. Okay. So as you can see here in the all the alphabets, right, it is following sequence here. T, U, N, O, X, Y. So there is no gap between the sequence, right? So if you see the options, right, you can eliminate the option. Which option you can eliminate? As you can see, D and F. D, E, F it should be, right? So D and F is there. That means option C is not there. So only three options are left. So in that three options, you have to calculate the answer. Sachin has given the answer as D here. So what is the pattern here? You got the answer. So write down the pattern also here. Okay, D. Only two members have given the answer. What happened? What about the others? Plus one difference each other. Okay. I got that plus one difference of each other is there. But how are you going to find out that particular second sequence I'm seeing? How you got that first letter as D? How you got that first letter as D? Then only you need to take the difference as plus one, right? But how you got the first letter as D? I'm asking that. So TU plus 8. That is D, E you are saying. Okay. NO plus 8 is XY. Plus 10. Okay, good. Plus 10 is possible. Plus 10. Anyone else? Before you go to the answer, anyone else who want to answer this? Okay, see the answer here. So what they have done here, they have taken the difference of 10 here, and remember that If you are starting with A, and suppose I'm saying you that you have to add 30 here. Okay, so in A, if you are adding 30, how much you're going to get the answer here? So from 1 to 26, there is alphabets, but the rest of the four also you have to take, right? So you have to come again to that A. Okay, you have to repeat that particular sequence again from A. Okay, so you don't need to go backwards, right? If you're stuck in Z, right, so you're not going backwards from Z, Y, X, like that. You have to start again from A, B, C, and D, like that. So do the same thing here. So what is T plus 10? Okay, because we are not going to go in the forward direction in this question, we have to start from the backwards here, because we need some kind of pattern, right? So as you can see, what is Y here? Y is nothing but 25, right? 25 minus 10 is how much? O here. Okay, so X is what? X is 24. 24 minus 10 is how much? N. Okay, so they're following the minus 10 sequence. Okay, so do the same thing for this too. So what is N minus 10? N minus 10 is how much? That is 14 minus 10 is 4. 4 represents D. And you know that the difference of these two is how much? That is 1 plus 1. So D plus 1 is how much? E. Now, from the beginning, from the starting, you have to see the sequence if they are following the same sequence or not. Okay, so all will be following the sequence of plus 10. So the answer will be correct here. So what is the answer you're going to get here? That is D and E here. Some people have done in different ways also. That is TU plus 8 they have done. So they got the answer as DE. Okay, N O plus 8 they have done. They got the answer as X1. Okay, so like that also you can do. So remember that you can get the answer in different patterns also. Okay, do this one now. Okay, the people are saying as PPD, only two members have given the answer here. What about the rest? Type the answer in the chat box. Okay, PPP you're saying. Okay, so let's see the pattern here. So what could be the pattern? You can go with the difference of both the alphabets also. Okay, both the sequence alphabet also, or else go for the first letter and the first letter of other different sequence. Like that also you can solve. So see here what they have done here. Okay, so they have taken the difference of first letter. Okay, first alphabet, that is L, M, N, and O. Okay, so what they are doing, they are doing the plus one. But what they are doing for the next letter, that is second letter. Okay, second alphabet, what they're doing, they are doing the minus one here. Okay, so follow the same sequence, follow the same pattern, you'll get the answer. So what is the answer you're going to get? That is O plus 1 is how much? O plus 1 is 16. 16 is nothing but P here. Okay, so Q minus 1 is how much? 17 minus 1 is 16. 16 is P here. So answer is PP for this. To do this one. Yeah, plus 1 minus 1 for the previous question. So what is the answer for this one? Option D you're saying, that is TL. Okay, can you type the pattern here? Guys, tell the answer for this fast. Just a moment, right? I will just share screen. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so got the answer for this? Okay, so answer is TL you're giving, right? Okay, so let's check what is the answer you're going to get here. So answer for this will be how much? So what they are doing here, they are again doing the same thing, but right now they are using different patterns for each sequence here. Okay, so as you can see, the first letter, right? First is F, right? What is the first letter of second sequence? That is H, right? What is the first letter of third sequence? That is K. And the same thing if you're doing for the second alphabet, right? If you're doing the second letter, if you're doing it for second letter, what is going to happen? They are just doing plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, right? But for the first letter, they are using some different pattern, that is plus 2 plus 3 and plus 4. Okay, so according to this pattern, what is F plus 2? F plus 2 is nothing but H, right? That is 6 plus 2 is 8. Okay, F plus 2 is nothing but 8, right? And 8 is H here. So same thing, H plus 3 is how much? H is 8, 8 plus 3 is how much? 11, 11 represents K here, right? So like this, you can easily do this one. Just a moment, I will just I'll do more 3 4 questions and then we'll shift to the next topic. So try to do it fast and tell me the answer for this. Okay, so first alphabet will be 1 plus, okay. Okay, option D you're saying. Okay. D is what? That is VM, right? Okay. So VM you're saying. VW is correct. Someone is saying B here. Already done this question. You have done this question when? What is the pattern of this you're going to follow? As you can see this pattern here, that is they are taking the alternative patterns. That means plus 2, plus 3, plus 2, plus 3, right? So do the same thing for the last two now. Okay. So if you are doing A plus 2 is how much? That is C. C plus 3 is how much? F. F plus 2 is how much? H. Do the same thing for the next one. That is P plus 2. P plus 2 is how much? 16 plus okay. Okay, so now we'll do some different kind of question here. Okay. So we'll start with the continuous series here. So I think the session was disconnected for a while. Just a moment. Okay. Now you can see the question here. So this is your continuous type of questions. So in this, what happens is they are not going to use the commas to separate the particular sequence here. You'll be getting the same questions like this, and you have to solve accordingly. So if I'm giving this question to you, so what is the answer you can give for this? What could be the answer for this? This is a question that is A space B B C space A B. So what could be the answer for this? How are you going to crack this particular thing? Because previously you just need to find out the pattern, right? Here also you have to find out the pattern. but you're not having the sequence here. They have only used one sequence and you have to calculate using that. So what is the answer for this? Fast, guys. What is the answer? That is ACBA you are saying. Okay, some ACBA. Okay, you're saying the pattern here. Okay, AABBCC. Okay, so this was a basic question I have given here. So that's why you easily got that. That is AB. Okay, so they are using the pattern of AABBCC like that. Correct. So how are you going to solve this particular questions? Okay, how are you going to solve these kind of questions? First thing is calculate the number of letters here. How many number of letters they have used? Okay, how many total number of letters they have used? Okay, so let's calculate this. So how many total number of letters they have used? 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 14 plus 4, 18. So they are using 18 alphabets here. Okay, total 18 alphabets they are using. So what you have to do is you have to calculate the multiple of this 18. So how many multiple of 18 you can get? So you can get the multiple of 2, you can get the multiple of 3. Okay, 4 is not possible, 5 is not possible, 6 is possible, and 9 is possible. Okay, so you have to divide this particular pattern in these 4 sequence here. Okay, so you have to just take 2 letters and then 2 letters and then 2 letters. This is first method here. And what you have to do is you have to calculate the multiple of this sequence. Is it same? It is not same. Okay, for that reason this is not possible. Okay, so you have to just cancel this out. Otherwise, don't take the first one and the last one. Okay, always skip the first one and the last one, which is your lowest and which is your highest. Okay, always go for the center two. That means the intermediate one are there, right? You have to just solve for those patterns here. So I will just divide this in 3 parts. Okay, I will take three parts here. So this one is my first sequence, this is my second sequence, this is my third sequence. Okay, so I have divided this question in 3 parts. Okay, now as you can see, now you can get some kind of pattern here. Okay, you can easily get some kind of pattern. As you can see, if I write it in this form of horizontal order, okay, if I write it in the horizontal order like this, are you getting any kind of pattern here? Can you get any kind of pattern here? Yes, guys. Now how many letters of A is there? 2 A's. How many letters of C is there? 2 C's. Just you have to replace this A like this, means in first line 2 A's are there, in second line 2 C's are there, again in third line 2 A's, again in fourth line 2 C's. That means they are following the pattern of 2 A's and 2 C's like this. Okay, so just replace them in the form of order like this. So you'll get the proper answer for this. So in the last line, what you're going to get, that is 2 A's again. Okay, so as you can see, how many A's are there? 2. How many 2 C's? 2. How many 2 A's? 2 A's are there. 2 C's are there. Okay, so when you write down this in the horizontal order, right, so you're separating this in the sequence here and you'll get some kind of pattern. That is, in first line, in the odd sequence, they're using 2 A's here, and in even sequence, they're using 2 C's here. Okay, like this you can do, or else split it in the form of 6 here. So that will also be much easier. So when we split it in the form of 6, right, so we'll split in 6 now. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so when you split in the form of 6, right, so that will be also easier. Okay, this was a basic question, you can easily get the answer here. Okay, now let's see the next type of question, how you can get the answer for that. Okay, so I'll just delete this and the next question for you, that is B C Same type of question it is. So try to tell me the answer for this, how you're going to get the answer for this. Okay, B A C and C A. So this is your question. So what is the answer you're going to get for this? So just recheck the question. Wait, space B C space C A space A B C. Yeah, it's correct. So tell me the answer for this first. Class ended.
Okay.
Do the same thing. Okay, what we have learned for this particular concept, right? Do the same thing for this. You'll get the answer for that. First thing, you have to calculate the total letters. So this is 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 15. Now, how many alphabets are there? Total alphabets they have used as 15. So what are the multiples of 15 you can get? Means the division part. How you're going to split that 15 numbers? One thing, we can split it in 3. Other, and the other number you are having here, we can split it in 5, right? Okay, so what you have to do is just split the particular sequence in 3 and 5, 3 letters and 5 letters. So let's do that. So I'll first take it as 3. Now when you see this pattern, right, now when you see this pattern, you'll get some answer here. Okay, yeah, some have given the answer B B C B B. Okay, A B B C B. Okay, let's see the answer here, because some people are giving the wrong answers, right? Now when you see this pattern, right, when I have split it in 3 3, right, as you can see, in each line each alphabet should be there. Okay, A B C. Here also, as you can see in the second sequence, A B C should be there. Here also A B C should be there. Here also A B C should be there. Correct. Now which letter is missing in the top here? Which is the letter which is missing in the top here? That is A here. Okay, this is missing. Okay, here which letter is missing here? That is B here. Okay, here which letter is missing? C is missing. So C is the answer. Here which letter is missing? B is missing. Okay, so B will be the answer. In this particular last sequence, which letter is missing here? B is missing, right? So answer is B here. So what is the answer you got here? Answer you got it as A, B, C, B, B. Okay, so answer will be A, B, C, B, B. So who has got the correct answer? A, B, C, B, B. Yeah. So answer will be A, B, C, B, B. So check the sequence, how you need to follow the sequence. Okay, always divide the particular sequence whenever you get the continuous series question, right? Try to divide that particular sequence in the multiples of that particular total alphabets. So you'll get some kind of pattern. If you're seeing a single pattern, right, that will be difficult to solve. Okay, so always try to split that particular pattern into the multiples of total alphabets, and you'll get the answer for that. Okay, so we'll wind up this particular topic using one more question. So try to solve that and tell me the answer for it. I'll give the question for this. Just wait. A space. Okay, this is a question. Try to solve this and tell me the answer. I'll just recheck the question. Just wait. A space D. Okay. D space VC space D space BC space A space. Yeah, it's correct. Should I tell you the answer for this fast? We'll wind up this particular topic letter series with this particular question. So try to solve this. Okay, if you're not getting the answer by seeing the number letters right, try to split that particular sequence into the multiples of the total number of letters. Do like that. It will be much easier. C A. What is the answer you got? Some people are saying as C A. Any other answers? Come on, guys, fast tell me the answer for this. C A C B D. Okay, we have got some answers, so let's try to calculate this one. First thing, let's calculate the total numbers. Okay, total numbers of alphabets. So that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Just a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so 20 alphabets are there, right? So if 20 alphabets are there, so what is the splitting you can do? What means how you can split the letters here? One is 2 is possible, 3 is not possible, 4 is possible, 5 is possible. After 5, 10 is possible. So what I told, always take out the first one and the last one. Okay, just take out these two. Okay, because we are not going to calculate for these two now. We are only going to calculate for 4 and 5 here. So let's split this number in 4. Okay, so I'll split this particular in 4 here. Now when I splitted this particular sequence in 4, right, as you can see, one some kind of pattern you're going to get here. Okay, as you can see, each line means each horizontal line is consisting of all the letters. As you can see, in the first one A B D is there, in the second one D B C is there, in the third one, as you can see, they are having two spaces here. So don't go for this, directly go for the fourth line here, fourth horizontal line. So solve this one and then you can go for the previous one. So let's fill out the empty spaces here. Okay, so I will fill this as C here because C is missing here. So capital letters is which I'm filling here. Okay, wait, you just make it as underline here, that will be easier. Okay, so this I will fill it as A because A is missing. Okay, so this one I will skip because two spaces are there, so I don't know where I have to put that particular part. So for that reason we are going to follow some other patterns. Okay, so here what I'm going to put, which is a missing number, D is the missing number here, right? So I will put it as D here. Here which is the missing number, that is B, so I'll put it as B. So as you can see, we have replaced the spaces with the letters here. Okay, using the same sequence, that is, as you can see, in the first line we are having A B C D. Okay, in the second line again we are having A B C D, but in the different means the spaces. Okay, now we have to fill these two spaces. How are you going to fill that? Okay, which letter will come in which position, how are you going to know that? Okay, for that reason you have to follow the continuous series. Okay, as you can see, in the last letter D is there, the first horizontal line D is the last letter. Okay, and in the second horizontal line D is the first letter. Okay, now see the last two patterns. Okay, the last letter is A here, in the fourth horizontal line last letter is A and the first letter is A here. So do the same thing and follow the same pattern. So which is the last letter here? C. So replace this as C here. Okay, so if you're replacing this as C, and now you can see CDA, what is the missing number you are going to get? That is B here. And as you can see, if you're placing B, and if you're placing B here, as you can see, the next letter in the horizontal line, first letter is B here. So the answer for this, what we got here, that is C, A, C, B, D, and B. Okay, so this will be the answer for this particular pattern. So always remember, you have to split that particular sequence, because in continuous series you will be getting minimum 15 alphabets in one single question. Okay, so always remember that you need to split that particular sequence and then you have to calculate. Okay, so with this we'll wind up this particular letter series. We'll start with the number series now. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, now see in number series, okay, we are having different types here. Means the question we are having different types. Means when we are so going to solve the question, right? There we need to apply some different logics here. Okay, but we're not having different kinds of question in numbers. Sorry, wait a second. It is not number system, it is number series. Okay, okay. So in number series, what is going to happen is we need to find out the series here. Okay, we have to find out the series in that. So whatever the pattern you have to follow, right, you have to take the difference of first and second. As you can see in the first example I have shown you here, that they are taking the number as 5, 12, 23, 50 and 140, 141. When you see this pattern, you'll not get the particular answer here. Okay, but you have to follow the difference here. Okay, for that reason we are having different types here. Okay, first thing is we have to how to calculate the pattern here. Okay, just I will take a different slide here. Answer ತೋರಿಸ್ತೈತೆ. Hello, am I audible? Some network issue is there, so just type in the chat box that if I'm audible. Okay, I'll present the screen and we'll start with the next topic, which is your number series. Some network issue was there. Okay. Now, in this number series, we'll be having some different types of questions. Okay. So with that, we are having some types. Okay. So first type is your, some people will know what is your arithmetic, right? Arithmetic operations, you know, right? How many kind of arithmetic operations you know? Plus is there, minus is there, multiplication is there, division is there, right? So the same thing they will be using in number series. Okay. So that plus and minus is known as your arithmetic series. In numbers, in number series, we'll be calling it as arithmetic number series, where they'll be only using plus and minus in that particular series, right? Those series we are going to call it as arithmetical number series. Okay. The same thing we are having one more as geometric series. Okay. In geometric series, what is going to happen is they will be using only multiplication and division. Okay. So if they're using the division and multiplication in that particular sequence, right, in the series, right, we'll be calling it as geometrical number series. Okay. Now one more type we are having here is arithmetical geometric series, where they will be using both the operations, but first they will be doing the addition here, and then they will be doing the subtraction, means geometric operations here. So that we call it as arithmetical geometric series. So first they will be using some operations on plus, okay, addition like that, and then they will be using some operations on multiplication or division. So that we call it as arithmetical geometric series. Okay. So that is one type of questions you can get in number series. Okay. One more is geometrical arithmetic series, opposite thing. Okay. First they will be using some kind of geometric operations, and then they will be using some arithmetic operations. Okay. These are some basic four number series type of questions. And if you're getting outside of these four, right, that will be difficult, because then they will be using the number system concept, okay, which you have studied yesterday, right? In number system you are having so many kinds of concepts here: odd numbers, even numbers, right? Squares are there, cubes are there, irrational numbers, rational numbers. So that they will be using in the sequence, and that will be difficult to find out which sequence you have to follow. Okay. So most of the times you'll be getting the questions on these four types. Otherwise, if the examination is difficult, they will be using some number system concepts. Okay. So you have to learn one more concept called as Fibonacci series. Okay. Fibonacci series is nothing but the addition of first and second element, and then you will be getting the third element here. Okay. Now if I'm taking this number, right, 5, 12, and this number, these four numbers we are taking, now what kind of pattern they could have used here? Okay. If I'm showing you the answers here, first thing here is always in number series you have to take the difference. Okay. So this first level you can see, right, this one, this we call it as level 1. Okay. This first one, okay, this first difference we call it as level 1, and the second difference we call it as level 2 here. Okay. So when you got any kind of pattern in the level 1, don't go for the level 2 here. If you didn't got any kind of pattern in the level 1, right, then you need to go to the level 2 here. Okay. So as you can see in the first level, when we have taken the difference, right, okay, as you can see in the difference in the first level, right, in the first level, as you can see the difference. So where what they have done is they have just taken the difference here. Okay. When they have taken the difference of 5 and 12, what is the answer they got? They got the answer as 7. When they have taken the difference of 12 and 23, they have got the difference as 11 here. Okay. And they have done the same thing for the rest of them. But when you can see the difference, right, when you see the difference of this particular part, you can't find any kind of pattern here. 7, 11, 27, 91, 347. You can't find any kind of difference here. So you have to find any kind of pattern. Okay. So for finding out that pattern, you have to go for that level 2. Okay. In level 2, what is going to happen? You have to find out the difference of the level 1. Okay. So 7 and 11, what is the difference? 4, right? So what is the difference in 11 and 27? That is 16. What is the difference in 27 and 91? That is 64. So like this, you have to calculate the difference of level 1. Then you will get some kind of pattern. As you can see, 4, 16, 64, 256. This is a multiplication of 4. Whatever number you're going to get, right, you have to multiply the number by 4. Okay. So 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. 16 multiplied by 4, 64. 64 multiplied by 4, 256, right? Now you got some kind of pattern. Now when you add this 91 and 256, right, you'll get the difference of the top two. Okay, that is 141 and the next number. So what is the difference of 141 and the last number? That is 347 here. Okay, now add this 141 and this level 1 difference, you'll get the answer as 488, and 488 is in the option, that is D here. So anyone has given the correct answer here? Yeah, 488, one person has given the correct answer, so that will be the answer for this. That will 488. Okay, now let's do the same thing with a different question here. Now this is your question. Try to solve it and tell me the answer for this. What could be the answer for this? And have given the correct answer here? No. Try to solve this and tell me the answer. First, what you have to do is you can take the difference, okay, and then you can calculate it if you're getting any kind of pattern. Otherwise, check that what kind of type they have used. Have they used any kind of arithmetic operations? Have they used any kind of geometric operations? Like that also you can do. Congrats, what could be the answer for this? Okay, see the answer here. Now what they are doing here, for finding out the next letter, right? First letter is 7 and then the second letter is 13 here. Okay, from 7 to 13 if they are going, so what is the difference you can see here? That is 6 is the difference, right? So next, if you see the difference, what is the difference of the next letter? That is, what is the next letter difference you can see here? What is the difference of this? 5 and 7. 5 and 7 is how much? 12, right? Now, what is the difference of the next one? That is 10, right? Sorry, 20. What is the next difference? 30. Now, what is happening here? First is difference is 6, then the difference is 12, then the difference is 20, then the difference is 30. Now, what they're doing? This is not a proper pattern you can get, right? That the difference is not in the similar pattern. So what you can check is what kind of pattern they are using, what kind of type they are using. Are they using any kind of geometric operations? Are they using any kind of arithmetic operations? You have to see that. So as you can see, what is 2 into 3 here? 6. What is 3 into 4? 12. What is 4 into 5? 20. What is next one? Means they're adding the next number. Okay, so as you can see, 25 plus 20 is how much? 45. What is 45 plus 30 is how much? 75. Now when you write this particular pattern, right, this one, see the next number, the third, the 3 will be going to the next horizontal line, and the plus 1 of that you're going to multiply it. That is 3 multiplied by 4, right? Next one is 4 multiplied by 5. Next is 5 multiplied by 6. Next is take the product of 6 and 7. So what is product of 6 and 7? That is 42, right? So 42 plus 75 is how much? That is 117. So option 1 will be correct here. Okay, do this one. One 117. Okay, do this one and tell me the answer for this. Tell me the answer for this, then we'll wind up this particular session. Okay, let's see the answer for this. So as you can see, which we have discussed, right, types of numbers series here. Now, as you can see in this particular thing, first what they are doing, they are multiplying some numbers. Then what they are doing, and adding some numbers. So what is this pattern here? This is a geometrical arithmetic series. Means they are performing some geometric operations first, and then they're performing some arithmetic operations. So this we call it as geometrical arithmetic series. Okay. So what they are doing here, they are multiplying with the 2 here. But while taking the arithmetic series, right, they are adding 3 here, and sometimes they are adding, sorry, sometimes they are subtracting 3 here. Okay. You can do the same thing using the difference also. What is the difference of 4 and 11? 7, right? So next, what is the difference? 8. Next, what is the difference? 22. Okay, now as you can see, there is no pattern here. Okay, now take the difference of the difference. There you will get some kind of pattern, and just you can find out the answer with that. Otherwise, go with the types of patterns we have learned. Which type of pattern is this? Arithmetic or geometric arithmetic? We'll get the answer using that also. Okay, so first what they are doing, 4 multiplied by 2 plus 3, that is 11. Then 11 multiplied by 2 minus 3, that is 19. Okay, 19 multiplied by 2, then they are again doing plus 3. So they are following that same pattern here, plus minus. Using that, what is the answer you're going to get? So 79, because we have to find out the second last series, right? So second last series is how much? 79. So what is the answer for that? Option C here, which is 79 here. Okay. Okay, so we'll wind up the session here. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you. Okay, so we'll start with a new topic here. So we're starting with the topic of coding and decoding. So in coding and decoding, we'll be seeing the same thing what we have learned in letter series. Okay, it will be some concept we are going to take it from letter series here. Okay, whatever we have learned in letter series, we are going to apply the same thing in coding and decoding with a little bit different methods. Okay, so let's see what is your coding first, and then what is decoding. Coding is nothing but they will be giving you a coded message. Okay, suppose a original message is there. Suppose ABCD is the original message I'm giving you, and for that they have given the coded message as BCD. Okay, what they are doing, they're just doing the plus one here. So A plus one is what? B here. What is B plus one? C. What is C plus one? D. What is D plus one? E. So that coded message, what they are going to give, that we're going to call it as part one. Okay, so whatever they are going to do in the part one, right? Okay, you have to do in the part two. In the part two, they will be giving you the original message. You have to calculate the coded message here. Okay, so for example, as you can see here, so what they have done here, they have taken the book here. Okay, they have taken the book as the original message. Okay, this one, and they have coded that book as CQRO. Okay, they have coded the book as CQRO here. Okay, now this is your first part. This particular part is there, right? This is your first part. This will be your first part. Now, how to solve the particular question? Now, as you can see, the second part, in the second part, what they are saying that you have to calculate the answer for Apple. Okay, Apple is what? Apple is the original message. You have to do the same thing on whatever they have done in the book and the QRO. Okay, CQRO. So what they have done here, yeah, as you can see, what is B plus 1? B plus 1 is how much when you need to see for B, right? B plus 1 is C here. What is O and Q? What is the difference of O and Q? O is nothing but 15, Q is nothing but 17. Okay, so what is the difference? You are doing plus 2 to get the Q here. Okay, again, O, what you are doing? If you are doing plus 3, you are going to get it as R. K plus 4, you're going to get it as O here. So this is the pattern. Okay, this is the pattern they're following here, that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and you have to do the same thing, means copy paste the same thing on the next one, that is your Apple. Okay, so Apple, what you're going to do, A plus 1 is how much? B. P plus 2, R. P plus 3, S. L plus 4, P. E plus 5, J. So what is the answer you got here? You got the answer as B, R, S, P, J. Okay, so this is your coding. This is the example of coding I have given, so don't go for letter codings. That is a different type. So this you're going to call it as coding here. Now, what is decoding? Okay, what is decoding here? Means how you're going to calculate decoding here. Now in decoding, what happens is the same thing. Okay, it will be the same thing, but instead of Apple, right? What they have given here as Apple, right? They have given you as Apple to find out. Correct. Instead of this Apple, they will be giving you the question as this one. This you can see, right? BRSPJ. This they will give in the second part. So what you have to do now, they will be giving you the coded message. You have to calculate the original message. So at that time, what you're going to do, you're going to use the decoding part. That means you're going to do the opposite thing. Okay, so opposite thing is what? That is B minus 1 is what? A. R minus 2 is what? P. S minus 2 is what? P. P minus P is P minus 4 is what? L. So in decoding part, what is going to happen, you need to do the opposite thing. Okay, you have to do the opposite thing which you have done in the coding part. So that is your decoding. So this is the basic difference of coding and decoding. Both the parts we are going to learn in the rest of the videos also, so you can see that. Now see the types of coding and decoding you're going to have. Okay, you'll be having letter coding, you'll be having number coding, you'll be having mixed series, you'll be having mixed number coding, you'll be having decoding and symbols coding. So each type we are going to see here. Okay, one type we're going to see here, and we're going to solve some basic examples on that. Okay, so let's start with the, and as I said, the letter positions. It is very important that you learn the letters alphabets here, means number of alphabets, what we have discussed in letter series, right? That is very important for this topic also. So make sure that you learn that particular part. This is a letter coding. So letter coding example I have already shown you. So what they are going to do is they will be using some coded letter. Okay, with that original letter, they will be giving you some coded word here. Okay, you have to just see the pattern. Whatever the pattern they are going to follow, you have to copy paste the same thing on the second part. Okay, as they have done here. Some, let's see some more example here. As you can see this one. So what they are doing here, they are using the switch here, okay, as the original letter, and they have coded that switch as HCTIWS. So this coded message they have given for switch here. Okay, so they have used, okay, the switch they have used as coded message, they have used as this HCTIWS. Okay, so they have coded like this. Now what you need to do is you have to do the same thing for parrot. Okay, so whatever they have done for switch and this particular coded message, right, you have to do the same thing for parrot. So what they have done, first thing, we need to segregate the patterns here, because in coding and decoding it's very difficult. Okay, how you have to calculate the pattern here. So whenever it is a letter series question, right, you have to see that in the coded message have they used the same letters or not. Okay, if they have used the same letters, we are having a limited number of patterns. Okay, that could be reverse, okay, or that could be in the ascending or descending orders. Okay, or else they could have interchanged the letters here. Okay, these are four patterns you're going to get if the coded message has the same alphabet as your original message. Okay, so as you can see, S is there in the coded, yes, W is there, yes, I is there, yes, T is there. So all the same alphabets they have used in the coded message. That means we are having only four methods. Okay, it could be reversed, it could be interchange, or it could be ascending or descending. Okay, in these four you can do any one of the patterns, so you get the answer. As you can see, S they have written in the last one. Okay, as you can see this one, last S they have written here. Then W they have written the second letter, they have written as second last letter. Then I they have written, then they have T, then they have written as C, and then they have written H. So what they are doing here, they are just taking the reverse order of the original letter here. So do the same thing for parrot. So what is the reverse of parrot here? So T will be coming first, O will be coming next, then R, then R, then A, and then P here. So that will be the answer for this. Okay, so just do the reverse of this, you'll get the answer. So that will be TORRAP. So this is one type of questions you're going to get in coding and decoding. Now this is one more type of question. Now as you can see, they have used the reverse order itself. Okay, they have done the reverse order, but instead of reverse order, what they are doing, they're adding one particular number here, and they are getting a new alphabet, and then they are doing the reverse. Okay, just see here. What is M plus 1? M plus 1 is what? M plus 1 is N here. Okay, and N they have written in the end, as you can see in this position. Okay, now do the same thing for E plus 1 is F. F they have written in second last position. Then D plus 1 E they have written in third last position. Then I plus 1 J. Then C plus 1 D, A plus 1 B, L plus 1 M here. So what they are doing, they are doing the plus 1 of each letter, and then they are taking the reverse order of this. Okay, then they are taking the reverse order of this particular thing. Okay, so this is also one type of question. Now tell me the answer for bottle here. Write down the particular answer for bottle in the chat box fast. Just tell me the answer for this bottle. So what could be the answer for bottle? Do the same thing on bottle. FMUUPC. Okay. Bhavya has given the answer. Nike has given the answer. Okay. Nick. Anyone else who got the answer for this? What you have to do is do the plus one of bottle and write it in the reverse order. Okay. So you are getting the answer, right? So let's see the answer here. That is FMUUPC. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to just do the plus one and take the reverse. So these kind of questions you can get in letter coding here. Okay. These are some questions used in letter coding. And majority of the times they will be using the coded questions, not the decoded questions. Okay, in any type of question in coding and decoding, majority of the times you'll get the coded questions, means the original letter will be coded in some other letters, and then you'll be getting the same original message to calculate it. Okay, so that is your coded questions. Now let's see the next type of question, that is a number coding. So instead of the coded letters, right, they will be using the numbers here. Okay, so what they can do is they can use the numbers of the original letters, they can use the reverse of the original letters. Okay, or else they can just give a random number for each letter, as you can see this one. So as you can see, they have coded give as 5137, and it is not our original number. G is 7, but they have written as 5. I is 9, they have written as 1. Okay, and V is 3. V is 22, but they have written as 3 here. So it is not our original letters. They have taken a random letters here. That means they are giving one number to each alphabet. Okay, so they are giving 5 as G here, they are giving 1 as I here, they are indicating V as 3 here, they are indicating E as 7 here, and they have given one more thing, that bat is coded as 924 here. The bat is coded as 924. Now as you can see, they haven't used any kind of similar numbers. Okay, all are different numbers and all are different letters. Okay, so you can easily do that you can represent 9 as B, you can represent A as 2, you can represent T as 4. Okay, because they haven't used any kind of similar letters. If they have used any kind of similar letters, right, at that time you have to check some kind of pattern. Okay, but this time it is easy because G is represented as 5. So you have to calculate for gate. Gate answer is what could be the answer of gate? They have already written here, that is 5247, because G is represented as 5, A is represented as 2, T is represented as 4, E is represented as 7 here. So what is the answer for this? This will be 5247. Okay, now just wait for a moment. Now tell me the answer for this. Now one new thing they have used here. This is also a number coding here, but the thing is they have used some new pattern here. So what could be the answer for this? They have written textbook as 112. Okay, so what is the answer for marker here? Okay, so whenever it is a numbers coding, right, it will be much difficult because they will be using some numbers here. Okay, and when they will be using numbers, right, it will be difficult to calculate, as you have to see the numbers of each alphabet, you have to see the sum of each alphabet, if it is they have used the sum of each alphabet, or they have used any kind of subtraction, or they have used any kind of addition here. So these kind of things you have to see when they are using the number series. Okay, means the number coding questions. Okay, so here what they have done the same thing. What they're doing, they're taking the textbook as 112, and then they're asking the answer for marker here. So what is the answer for this? Okay, so if I'm asking a basic question, suppose I'm coding ABCD as 10. What is the pattern I have used here? Skip this question and tell me the answer for this. If I'm telling you that the coded message for ABCD is 10, so what I have used here? Just type in the chat box fast. Come on, guys, what is the answer? Add all numbers. Okay, so when you're adding a b c d, right, you'll get the answer as 10, right? Do the same thing for this. If you're taking the textbook numbers, original numbers, and if you're adding, you're getting 112. If you're getting 112, right, do the same thing for the marker. You'll get the answer for that. So what is the answer for marker you're going to get? Add it and tell me the answer for that. Answer is 48. Okay, only one person has given the answer as 48. So let's see what is the answer for this. So what you have to do is you have to take all the addition of the original numbers. So 25, 24, 22, 15, 15, 11. So like that they have get the answer as 12 here, 112. So do the same thing for marker here. Okay, 13 plus 1, 18, 11, 5 and 18. What is the total you're going to get? That is 66. Now the same question, I will just change it. So try to tell me the answer for that. Okay. So instead of 112, I will take it as 31. Okay, now the question is uh, textbook is coded as 31. Then marker is issues of letter is what? What will be the answer for marker here? So previously, what I have did, I have just taken the addition of all the original numbers, right? But this time the coded message is different. So what could be the answer for now? Yeah, 66, 66. Now it is good. It is correct answer now. Okay, so check the numbers. That's why I said if you know the original letters, right, original numbers, you can easily give the answer. Okay, I can directly calculate the answer if I know the numbers. If you don't know the numbers, right, you have to write down the numbers, then you have to check the addition and all, right? So the thing is, always know the numbers, you can directly calculate the answer. Okay, so marker M is 13, 13 plus 1, 14, 14 plus 18 is how much? That will be 32, right? Because R is how much? 18, right? So 30, this 14 plus 18 is how much? 22, 32. 32 plus 11, 43, 43 plus 5, 48, 48 plus 18, again it is 66, right? If you know the numbers, right, you can easily calculate the answer. Now the coded message is different. The textbook is coded as 31. Fast guys, what is the answer? Just tell me. You just type in the chat box. Textbook. Okay, what is the logic? Because if you have this written as textbook, I'm not getting it. What you're indicating? Textbook you have written. Okay, Rakshita has given the answer as 12. Okay, if you're getting the answer as 12, right, can you write down the pattern for that? How you got the answer as 12? Numbers of text minus numbers of book. Okay, so let's check what is the number of text and what is the number of books. We can do like that also. Let's check. Okay, so text, if you're adding text is 20 plus 20, 40, 40 plus 24, that is 64, 64 plus 5, 69. Okay, 69 you got the answer for text here. 69 minus, if you're doing 30, 41, and 41 plus 2 is how much? 43. 43 minus 69 is how much? 69 minus 43. Are you going to get the answer as 31? No, right? Because number of text is how much? Number of text is, that is 69. Okay, and book is how much? 43. 69 minus 43 is how much? Yes, 69 is minus 43 is how much? It is not 31, right? It is 36. Not sorry, 26. It is 26. So how are you going to get it as the number of text minus number of books? It's not correct, right? So someone has given the answer as 12, right? So load ಆಗ್ತೈತೆ. Okay, here Rakshita has given the answer as 12, right? So let's check if it is correct or not. Okay, 1 plus and 15 into 2. But what is the pattern I'm asking? Because you can't take a random pattern, right? Manoj, if you're saying the answer as 1 plus and 15 into 2, if you're saying like that, so it is not a random numbers you're going to take. Okay, so for getting the number as 31, I can do anything. I can take it as 10 multiplied by 3 and plus 1, I can take that. But it is not a pattern there. You have to calculate the pattern according to the sequence which they have given. And you have to do the same thing on the marker here. So 12, I have got the answer. Is 12 is the correct? Just check for, okay. No, 12 is not correct. So just check your answer. What could be the answer here? Okay, I'll not waste that much of time on this. Okay, 6 plus 6, you're saying it is 12. What is 6 plus 6? It is 12. But what is 6 plus 6? Okay, so let's see how you're going to solve this particular thing. Now see that the t number is how much? 20, right? Take the sum of those two numbers, that is 2 plus 0. Okay, you have to take the sum of all, means you have to convert it to a single digit. Okay, add both the numbers and convert it to a single digit. Now see, 2 plus 0 is 2 here, 2 plus 5, because 5 is in the single digit. Okay, 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 6, 13, 13 plus 2, 15, 15 plus 2, 17, 17 plus 6 is how much? 23, 23 plus 6, 29, 29 plus 2, 31, right? 31 they have given here. Now what they are doing, they're converting two digit number to single digit number, and then they are taking the sum here. Okay, that pattern they are using. Do the same thing for marker here. 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 9, 14, 14 plus 2, 16, 16 plus 5, 21, 21 plus 9, that is 30. So what is the answer for this? Answer for this will be 30. Okay, guys, I have changed the question here. So don't go on the same thing. This is not the solution for this question. Okay, this is not the solution. I have changed just the question here. Previously it was 112 here. For 112, this is your answer. Okay, but if I'm making the change as 31 here, if I'm giving the question as 31, so marker will be changed as 30. Okay, so what they are doing, they're taking the sum of these two numbers. So what is that? 4. Okay, so this is 4. Okay, this will be how much? This will be, again, this will be 1 itself. Okay, this will be how much? This will be 9. This will be how much? 2. This will be same, 5 it will be, correct? This will be how much? That is 9. Now when you add these all numbers, right, when you take the addition of all these numbers, then you're going to get the answer as 30. So this is also a kind of pattern they can ask in the examination. Okay, so they will be converting this to a single digit number, and then they're taking the addition of this. Okay, so that will be also a kind of pattern you're going to get here. Okay, like this. So if you're doing like this, then you're going to get the answer as 30 here. Okay. So make sure that you calculate the pattern like this also, because in numbers, number coding, right, you can get numerous number of patterns. Okay, it is not like that they're taking the sum of original numbers. They can do the same thing with the sum of the single digit numbers. It means you have to convert to the single digit numbers. Okay, so this kind of questions also they can ask here. Okay, let's check the next one, which is mixed coding. In mixed coding, what is going to happen is you will be getting number of sentences. Using the sentence, they will be giving the code, as you can see in this particular question. Okay, so they will be using the code here, so that they have written the code for come now as ha and na. Okay, and na and they, now and then they have written the code as pa, da and na. Okay, and go, then they have written as sapa. Okay, so this they have used as a code here. Now they are asking to calculate the question answer for and here. Now as you can see in these, I'll just mark here, wait. Okay, now when I mark this, right, this will be your message here. Okay, this one, this will be your original message, and this will be your code. Okay, and this will be your code. Sorry, this then will be also included in original message. Okay, this will be your code and this will be your original message. Now as you can see, don't go on the sequence here. So come will be represented as ha and now will be represented as na here. So don't go on that. Okay, you have to calculate the answer based on comparison. So compare first and second letter, and which is the common letter you can see here. Common letter is now here, and here common letter is now. Do the same thing for coded message. Which common coded message you can get in the first line and the second line? That is now, right? That is na here. So na will be represented as now. Okay, now will be represented as na here. Now compare the last one and the second one. When you compare the last one and the second one, right, you can get the answer for then. You'll get the answer for then. Now then is common in the first, second and last one. So what is the coded message which is common? That is pa, right? So pa is represented as then. So what is the rest of the coded message which is left? That is your do. So do will be represented as your and here. Okay, so like this you have to solve the mixed coding questions. Now in mixed coding questions we are having four to means three types we are having, which is your mixed letter coding. Okay, miscellaneous coding is there, mixed number coding is there. So these are the types of questions you're going to get in mixed coding. Okay, so we'll be seeing all the types here. So try to solve that particular question. So answer for this will be your do here. So you have to compare that particular first line and second line, and you have to check which is your common letter here. So like that you have to solve. Now this is a mixed number coding. Okay, so in mixed number coding is what is going to happen? They will be, instead of giving the words, they will be using the numbers. That is the only difference you're going to have here. Okay, instead of letters, they will be using the numbers here. Okay, same thing you have to do. Just compare the sentences and just segregate the numbers of each letters here. Okay, now when you compare the first one and the second sentence, right, you can see that from is common. Okay, from is common in the first and from is common in the second, right? Now what is the number which is common? 2. So 2 will be represented for from here. Now we have to calculate for t, right? So t, you're not having two t's, you're not having that. So what you have to do is you have to calculate from, you have to calculate from the first line to the second line. So what you have to do is you have to calculate t here. Now what is comparison for field and field? What is the answer for field and field? That will be 6 and 6. That means field is represented as 6, from is represented as 2 here. So what is the answer for t? T will be rest of the number, which is 7 here. Okay, so 7 will be the answer for t here. Okay, so like this you have to solve the mixed questions. So but just you have to compare all the numbers, and means compare all the sentences and segregate all the coded message for each letter, so you'll get the answer for them. Okay, as we have discussed about decoding, right? So in decoding, what happens? Whatever you have did in the coding part, right, do the opposite thing. Okay, so for house, what they have done? For house, they have coded as GNTRD. Okay, GNTRD they have coded. Now instead of giving the original message, they have given the coded message. Now you have to decode this to a original message. What you have to do, whatever they have done for this house, right? Whatever they have done for this house, you have to do the opposite thing. Okay, so house minus 1, that is h minus 1 g, o minus 1 n, u minus 1 t, s minus 1 r, e minus 1 d. So this you have to do the opposite. What is the opposite thing? That means you have to do the plus. So what is s plus 1? T. What is z plus 1? A. What is a plus 1? B. What is k plus 1? L. What is d plus 1? That is E. So what is the answer you're going to get there? You're going to get the answer as table. So whatever you have done in the coded message, right, you have to do the opposite thing. So that is your decoding. Okay. This is just a explanation of each topic. We are going to do some questions, right? At that time, you'll get a basic understanding of that. Okay. So this is now your symbol decoding questions, okay, or symbol coding questions also you can say. The most easiest questions you can get is mixed coding, symbol coding. These kind of questions are very easy comparative with the letter coding and number coding, because you have to just see in the question itself. You don't need to go outside of the question. So whatever they have given in the question, right, you have to do the comparison. You have to calculate the symbol of each letter. You will get the answer for that. Okay. Now as you can see, T is represented as O, means at the rate. O is represented as dollars, M is represented as star here, E is represented as question mark here, right? Now, in these kind of questions, don't go on the sequence. Okay, it is not necessary that they will be giving the same sequences. Sometimes they will be just interchanging the sequence also. So never go with the sequence. Just you have to compare the sentences. Now, in this Tom, E is there. In this R, E is there. So for one symbol, you will be getting one alphabet here. It is not like you'll be getting two symbols and for one single alphabet. It is not going to happen like that. Okay. For each symbol, you'll be having only one letter here. Okay. So as you can see, this Tom here, E is there, and in R, ARE, E is there. Correct. Now E and E is common, right? Now check that their position is same or not. So in this E, right, question mark they have given. Here also E question mark they have given, and it is in the same position. In the fourth position, question mark is there. In the third position, question mark is there. That means you can follow the sequence now. Okay, now you can follow the sequence that T will be represented as at the rate. Okay, O will be represented as dollar, and M will be represented as star here. If suppose instead of this question mark in the third position, if they have given in the second position, right, what you have to do, you don't need to consider the sequence. At that time, you have to just calculate what could be the pattern, means what could be the symbol for each alphabet here. So that example also we'll be seeing here. Now for remote, what is the answer? What is R here? R is this E here, which is a currency symbol E. What is E here? E is nothing but question mark. What is M here? That is star. What is O here? O is dollars. T is at the rate, and E is again question mark. So the answer will be this. So symbol question you have to solve like this. Okay, you have to compare the symbols of each letters and then you have to calculate the answers. Okay, so these are some concepts of your coding and decoding. Now I'll be doing some examples on this. Okay, so using that example, we will be solving all the types of questions here. Okay, make sure that you solve the answers. I will just show you the questions. You have to tell me the answer for this. Okay, now here is the question. Write down the answer in the chat box and we'll discuss the answer first. Okay, guys, you are having the question here. So try to tell me the answer for this. Come on, guys, type the answer in the chat box. Now just see that what they have done for the coded message. How they have written monkey as a coded message. Do the same thing on tiger. Can you tell me the pattern here? What pattern they are using here? Q, D, F, H is okay. Okay. So everyone is getting the same answer. Okay, let's discuss this one. Now, answer you have given the correct answer you have given. So what they have done here is they have taken the minus one of monkey. Okay, so m minus one is n. Okay, o minus one is means 15 minus one is how much? 14. That is n. So sorry, m minus one is how much? 13 minus one will be l, right? So 12. Okay, so o minus one 14. That is n. N minus one, that is m, because 14 minus one is how much? 13, right? 13 represents m here. So k is how much? 11. 11 minus one is 10. 10 represents j. So when you do the minus one, but they have arranged in the different manner. So what they are doing here, they are taking the minus one of original letters and then they are reversing that particular thing. Okay. So whatever you are doing the minus, write it in the reverse order, you get the answer for that. Okay. And do the same thing for tiger now. Okay. So tiger, if you're doing minus one, what is the answer? T minus one is S, I minus one is H, G minus one is F, E minus one is D, R minus one is Q. Write it in the reverse order and you'll get the answer for that. Okay. So the answer for this will be Q, D, F, H, S, C. Do the same thing for this now. Now when they have given the number coding, right, first thing what you have to see is have they used any kind of common numbers or common letters or not. If they haven't used, go for the same numbers for the same alphabets. Okay, so that is the easier way you can approach. Now they have given you two codes. Check any kind of similar number or similar letters they have used or not. If they haven't used, right, then check that if they have used original letters and original numbers or not. If they haven't done that also, take the same sequence and calculate the answer. That same sequence means E will be represented as 1, G will be represented as 5, like that. Minus 1 and written in the reverse order. Okay, correct. Now do for this one. What could be the answer for this? If you got the answer, just tell me the answer for this in the chat box. Okay, ALJUT. Okay, ALGUT. What is 2 here? 2 represents A. Okay. What is 3? 3 represents L. What is 5? 5 represents 5. 5. 5 will be G here. So ALGUT. Okay. Yeah, it is correct. Okay, because what they are doing here, they are using the same numbers for each letters. Okay. So just you have to calculate what number will be represented for what letter here, and you will get the answer for that. Okay, ALGUT is correct. Okay. See here. This will be the answer for this. Okay, the people who has haven't done yet, you can just refer on this. Now do this one, this question fast. Calculate the answer for this and tell me the answer in the chat box. Yeah, option A. Okay. Option A, they have given the answer. Okay, option A. So what is the pattern? What could be the pattern for this? ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ? Hello. Hello guys, I'm audible. I'm audible. Just type it in the chat box. I'm audible. First and last alphabets remain same, while the second alphabet interchanges. Okay, yeah, it's correct. The logic is correct. Okay. Okay, let's see the answer for this. It's next question. Do this one. What is the answer? Just tell me for this. Okay, guys, type the answer in the chat box. If you got the answer right, just type the pattern also. What pattern they could have used. Okay. OFM you are saying. Okay. OFSEMGID. Okay, which option it is? Option B. Okay, so both person has said the option B here. Let's check what could be the sequence here. So for sequence, they have coded as EFOFVRFT. Okay, so what they have done here. So if you're taking plus one, always what you have to do is add some numbers. Okay, then check that they have used the same numbers or not. Okay, same letters or not. Okay. Plus one and reverse. Okay, good. So what is plus one of S? S plus one is T. E plus one is F. Q plus one is R. U plus one is V. E plus one is F. N plus one is O. C plus one is D. E plus one is F. If you are doing plus one, right? If you are, no, it's not none of the above. You'll, it's one of the answers correct. So let's just see here. If you are doing plus one for sequence, right, you'll get the same letters which they have used in the coded message, right? But what they have done the reverse of that. Okay, as you can see there. So F and T is in the last and first. So when you do the S plus one and E plus one, right, you'll get the answer as T and F. So do the reverse of that. Okay. Now do the same thing for children. What is C plus one? D. Okay. What is H plus one? I. Right? What is I plus one? J. Now when you see the particular three numbers, right, and when you place it in the reverse order, right, there is only one option which is following that, that is D, I and G, which is your second option. So which is the correct option here? Second is the correct option. So don't go for all the letters here, just check one or two, just leave it and check the options and go for the next question. Okay. Now this is one type of question which we haven't discussed here. Okay, this is one type of question which is in the mixed coding questions, which we known as sentence coding questions, where they will be giving you one, means original questions you can say, or original sentence they will be giving. You have to convert that into the given sentences. Okay, now so just read the last line of this. Okay, what would be the color of human blood? Okay, what they have written here, what would be the color of human blood? Here they have said the answer as what would be the color of human blood. So what is the original color of human blood? Red, right? Now read the sentence, that white is called as blue, blue is called as red, red is called as yellow. Now what is red is called as yellow, right? And human blood is red, right? So what is the answer? Answer will be yellow here. So this is the way of calculating the sentence mixed coding questions. Okay, so like this you have to calculate the answer for this. Okay, yeah, Tina, it is correct. So like this, you have to calculate the answer for sentence coding questions in the miscellaneous type or in the mixed type. Okay, so this question is also important because so many times they are asking these kind of questions also. Okay, now next type of questions, you only tell me the answer. Next type. Okay, same thing, but the question is different. What could be the answer for this? Fast. What is the answer, guys? Just type in the chat box fast. Okay, now see here. First thing is you should know that what lizard does, right? Then what will a lizard do? In origin, what lizard do? It's crawls, right? It doesn't walk. Okay, if it is walking, then the answer will be swimming, right? But the original answer for this will be crawling, right? Now, if the lizard is crawling in the real life, right? So now read the sentence here, what they have given. If the animal walks, the animal which walks here, and those animals are called as swimmers. Animals who crawls, those animals are called as flying, right? So who crawls here? The whoever animal is crawling, that is known as flying, right? So answer will be flying for this, because lizard, what lizard does actually, it is lizard crawls, right? So answer will be flying for this. Okay, like that you have to solve these kind of answers. Okay, now, this is a good question. Now, tell me the answer for this. Each and everyone should say the answer for this now. These are some basic questions and very important questions, so try to do that. What is the answer for this, guys? The people have said as five. Okay, so this question, this type of questions we have discussed, right? That is a mixed letter coding, right? So here, what you have to do is they have asked for the caste here. Now, it is not necessary that you will be getting always a single answer here. Okay, when you compare, means when you need to calculate caste here, that means you have to calculate for and class, right? But can you calculate and class? You can only calculate class here from the first sentence, right? You're not going to get the answer for and here. You're only going to get the answer for class. So you have to calculate two answers now. So it could be this or it could be this or either this. Okay. So here the answer for this will be 5 or 8. Okay, you're not going to get a single answer here. So this question is also important because when you compare first and second sentence, right, you will get the answer for class. And class is nothing but what? Class is common, right? What is the number which is common? The number which is common is 3. So only one letter which is left is that is 7, and in these two that is 5 and 8. So in 5 and 8 you can't choose any one of the one answer as caste or for and. Okay, so caste will be having 5 or 8, and will be also having 5 or 8 here. So two answers will be there, so that will be 5 or 8, 5 either or either 8 here. Okay, to the next question. You have to calculate for gives. Calculate and tell me the answer fast. What is the answer, guys? Write down in the chat box what could be the answer. Okay, answer they have given as verbs. Okay, so let's check the answer. What could be the answer here? Okay, now you have to just compare second and third sentence. As you can see, second and third sentence, right? In second and third sentence, give is common here. Gives are common. Okay, so what is the common letter you're going to get? That is WOP. So answer will be WOP, right? Easy. This one. Write down the proper answer for this and then write in the chat box. Okay, answer for this they have given as A. Okay, let's see this one. Now the option is A here. Okay, A is correct. Why? Because as you can see, they have asked here, vegetables are red flowers, right? This code they have asked. As you can see, the last sentence, right? Flowers are vegetable. So these all sentences are present in this coded message, means which you have to find out. That means P, double E, MIT, and HEE will be there, right? You have just need to calculate for red. And how you can calculate for red here? Just compare the last and second sentence, the second and third sentence. You will get the answer for flower. The rest of the letter will be for red here. So what is red? Red will be represented as SIK, sick. Okay. So when you include all those coded messages, right, you'll get the answer as MIT, PWE, SIK, and HEE. Okay. Let's do the next one. Calculate the answer for this and tell me. Okay, what is the answer? Answer is 9. Okay. Let's check which what could be the answer here. So when you compare the second and third, this first and third sentence, right? Because they have asked the answer for ripe, right? So ripe, you have to first you have to see is have they used any kind of two sentence which is consisting of two ripes? Okay, if it is not there, so calculate the rest of the sentences and then you can calculate the answer for ripe. Okay, so two ripes are not there, so you need to calculate the answer for mangoes are. Okay, so one sentence is there which is consisting of both the letters, which is mangoes are. Okay, so what is the answer for you're going to get? Mangoes are will be represented as 3 and 4. So except 3 and 4, the rest of the number will be represented for ripe here. So ripe will be as 9. Okay, so ripe will be coded as 9 here. So the correct answer is 9. Do for these two. Write the answer and tell me what answer you got here first. On guys, tell me the answer fast. You have two questions here. Calculate the answer and tell me. Okay, one answer I got here. What about the rest? Just type the answer in the chat box. We'll see it is correct or not. We'll do more 3 4 questions and then we'll wind up. Just try to give the answer properly. Okay, TBHOFM. Okay, two answers I got the same. Okay, for the same answer. So it could be a correct, I think, because if everyone is getting the same answer, so then it could be correct. So let's see what is the correct answer here. So what they are doing here is the first and last letters are swapped, okay, and the remaining letters are one step forward, okay. So what is the last and first letter? Means swap they are doing. That means E is coming on the first and P is going on the last. And what they are doing for the rest of the letters, they are doing +1. Okay, so do the same thing for magnets. That will be T and M will be in the first and last, and A +1, G +1, N +1, E +1. It will be the answer for that. Okay, so what is the answer for that? You're going to get that is TBHOFM. Okay, so answer will be TBHOFM. So let's see the next one. So if coffee is coded as WW and LX, so pen is coded as MVK, what will the table will be coded as? So what they are doing here? Anyone know what they are doing here? Most of the people haven't answered the second one because they have used a reverse order here. Okay, as you can see, what is the reverse order of V here? Sorry, C. What is the reverse order of C? C is nothing but 3, right? 27 minus 3 is how much? 24. And 24 is nothing but X, which they have written in the last. So calculate the reverse number of all the letters for coffee and just write it in the reverse order. Okay, do the same thing for pen. Okay, P is how much? 16. Reverse order of 16 is how much? 11. 11 is nothing but K. So they have written K as in the end. Okay, so E is 5. Reverse order of 5 is how much? 22. 22 is nothing but your V here. Okay, they have written this. Then N is how much? 14. Reverse order is 13. 13 is M, they have written as MVK, right? So that what they are doing, calculating the reverse order, and then they are writing in the reverse, calculating the reverse order of the alphabets, and then they are writing in the reverse order, whatever you're getting answer here. Okay. So do the same thing for table. So what is the T's reverse order? G. Oh, sorry. T's reverse order is how much? T is 20, right? So 20. What is the answer you're going to get? There is 7. 7 is nothing but G here. Okay. So you got the reverse order of table as G, Z, Y, O, and V. But it should be written in the reverse order. So what is the reverse order you're going to get? That is V, O, Y, Z, and G. Okay. So this will be the answer. That is V, O, Y, Z, G. Okay. So like this, you have to calculate. Understood? Try to do this one. This is a good question. Both are good question. Try to tell me the answer for this. And first one is a little bit easy, but it is difficult also. Okay, fast guys. Tell me the answer for this. More 5 minutes. We'll wind up. Come on, guys, give the answer for this fast. Okay, for roar OLXR, okay, for 39 accurately. Okay, so now see the first answer. Okay, they have given the number coded for prison is 49, right? Wind as for 25 and monkey as 64. As you can see, this is a squares of number, right? 7 square is 49, 6 square, 5 square is 25, 8 square is 64. So there could be some pattern. So just check the numbers of prison. How many numbers of prisons are there? 6 letters are there, right? 6 letters are there in prison. So 6 plus 1 is how much? 7. 7 square is 49. Wind in how many letters are there? WIND, 4 letters. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 square is 25. Monkeys. Monkeys, how many letters? 7. 7 plus 1, 60. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 square is 64. In accurately, how many letters are there? 10. Right? 10 plus 1 is how much? 11. 11 square is how much? 121. Correct? So that is the answer for that. Let's see the answer for this. Okay, what they have done. Okay, here in the second question they are moving letters in -3, so we'll get the answer as OLX O. Right, in prison 6 letters are there, so 6 plus 1 square 49. Okay, accurately you will be getting as 10 plus 1, that is 11. 11 square is 121. Okay, so like this, tell me the answer for this and we'll wind up the session here. Do more 2 questions and then we'll wind up. So as you can see the answer for this, so you have to calculate the code for prayers here. So they have used 2 prayers, no, so you have to calculate the answer for help and then you have to calculate the answer for prayers here. For calculating help you need to compare the first, second and third sentence. Okay, in second and third sentence help is common, right? So what is the coded message is common, that is HEE, right? So answer for prayer is SIK here. Okay, that is sick. Now these are some questions which are important, so tell me the answer for this fast. Yes, Adik, it is correct. SIK is the correct answer. So what is the answer for this? Try to give the answer. We'll wind up after this 2 or 3 questions. B, NPPO. Okay, what they are doing here, they are doing the plus 1 here, right? S plus 1 is T, U plus 1 is V here, N plus 1 is, that is 14 plus 1 is O, that is 15, right? So they are doing plus 1 here. So do the same thing plus 1 for moon here. So M plus 1 is how much? That is N. O plus 1 is 15 plus 1 is 16. 16 is representing as P here. Okay. Do the same thing for N. N is how much? N is 14 here. 14 plus 1 is how much? 15. So last should be O here. So answer will be NPPO here. Okay. Tell the answer for this one. Now just don't go on the just see the question here. So directly don't tell the answer. See the options also and which option is correct. Check that and tell me the answer. Okay, what is the answer? The option D say okay. What is the pattern you're seeing there? Are you going for the reverse order? If you are taking the reverse order of right, is it D? Check the answer. That's why I'm saying never go directly for the options by seeing the pattern of the wrong here. Okay, they have written it is in the reverse order, but there is no option for right here. Okay, there is no reverse order option for right. So there should be a different pattern here. So check the different pattern. So in the beginning, which when I was explaining about the coding and decoding, that I have said, whenever the coded message is consisting of same letters of original sentence, right, or original word, so there are only few patterns you need to follow here. That is reverse order, or else interchanging, or else the ascending or descending. Okay, so check the ascending and descending. As you can see, G and O R W, they have written in the ascending order. Okay, so G is the smallest, then the largest will be N, then the largest will be O, then the R will be largest, then the W is the largest letter here. Do the same thing for right. So in the right, which is the smallest one, that is G H, then option D is wrong. That's what I'm saying. Okay, see the ascending order. Yes. So if you're writing in the ascending order, right, you'll get the options. Okay. So G is the smallest, that is 7. H is the largest, then G here, that is 8. Okay. After H, I will be there. That is 9. After 9, what is the letter you can suggest? That is R, that is 18. Okay. And T will be the highest number, that is 20. So arrange this in the ascending order, you'll get the answer as GHIRT. Okay. The option will be C here. Okay. So you need to do some questions based on this. Okay, so each topic we have discussed, just the symbols left here, so make sure that you practice those questions also. Okay, so we'll wind up this session here. We'll meet after 1 hour. Okay, you can join again after 1 hour here. So we'll wind up here. Thank you.